we're going to do a poll of people who are psychopaths and don't put their phone on do not disturb or sleep mode, and normal people who actually do that so they don't get awakened at.
I bet very few people do that.
Clay, are you insane? Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of the TexTenn podcast. I'm Keith Heavlin. I have with me Clay Blair. I started recording before he was ready, so he's really nervous right now because he has no idea
what
I'm
you're
about to
say.
do. So I was just talking to his right-hand woman, Kate, who technically runs Diamond B, because Clay doesn't have a clue what's going on in Diamond B, is apparently what's happening. And it came to my attention just now, Clay, you were obviously listening, but it came to my attention that you were trying to quit the podcast this morning. So you want to talk about that?
No.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting. So
in scheduling this and scheduling other things that were happening, I've told Kate, gosh, yeah, we should just kill this podcast.
So I think what you and I should do.
I was just joking. I didn't know she was going to rat me out.
She ratted you out, and it was funny because you got nervous there real quick. But what you and I are going to do is, for 1 week, we're going to switch lives. You're going to run my businesses. I will do I will let Kate run your business. So I don't know what I'll be doing. But I will go out and sit in your chair. You sit in my chair. But that also means you have to deal with all the kids' practices and stuff.
Fine.
Okay. So we're going to do that, and we will see, we're going to see what ends up happening. My guess is you are going to be like, yeah, no, this whole podcast thing, like scheduling it, because folks, I went to text him yesterday to figure out when we were going to record this week, but I went to text him at 6 o'clock in the morning because that's when I'm up working, getting ready for the day. And I was like, oh crap. I can't text him because Clay is a freak and refuses to put his cell phone on do not disturb or sleep mode or anything that won't wake him up. So if I do text him at 6 o'clock in the morning, he will then complain for the next 3 weeks about the fact that I woke him up and I disrupted his beauty sleep. So I wish that I could put some sort of poll out there. We're going to do this. We need to do this. So tell Joanne we need to do this. We're going to do a poll of people who are psychopaths and don't put their phone on do not disturb or sleep mode. And normal people who actually do that so they don't get awakened at.
I bet very few people do that.
Clay, are you insane? Like everybody your age and younger.
Very few people do that.
Everybody your age and younger does it. Like they just do. So look, I don't know that you understand technology, which it's still amazing to me that you use a Mac. Like it blows my mind. But the way I have my phone set up is when I put it in sleep mode, anybody who is on my favorite list, if they call me, the call comes through immediately. So if I'm sleeping,
I thought you had to call twice.
That's do not disturb.
Oh.
So in sleep mode, I just put it in sleep mode. My wife calls and it rings like it normally would. But I won't get disrupted by her text messages or the thousands of emails I get all night long or the updates that I get from, the billion of apps that are on my phone. And I sleep through the night undisturbed every single night. Now, when my alarm goes off, it turns that off and I can start working, start texting back, all that fun stuff. So I'm confused as to the downside of making it so your phone doesn't vibrate. Don't you get 100 emails all night long?
We've talked about this. I don't get emails on my phone, remember?
Oh, that's right, because you're weird. I forgot about that. But nobody texts you at all?
No, I don't need emails on my phone.
Nobody texts you at all?
Not
no one?
Not during the night, not in the middle of the night. People are sleeping.
So when do you go to sleep?
11.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
I go to sleep before you. Because obviously I get up before you because, dear God, if I text you at 6 o'clock, you'd have a heart attack. It's as if you just went to sleep.
What's wrong?
Yeah, we're all going to die. The sky is falling. Anyway. Okay. So yeah. 2 things. 1, we're going to switch schedules. 2, to put the thing on sleep mode so I can text you when it's convenient for me. Good gosh.
No.
Okay, then I'm going to start emailing you. It's gonna be really awkward
Email
because
me
you're not
all
gonna
you
get
want.
it.
It's fine.
Like you're not gonna get it, and we'll
I'll
never
get it
be
when
able
I
to
get here.
schedule. So you just get there and like that would give me anxiety, like getting to work and having to go through like 150 emails. It's not a problem for you. Wow.
But I don't have 150. I might have 20.
Yeah, no, I've got so many, like, and it's tons of junk emails, people trying to sell me all the services under the sun, but that would just give me anxiety. That's very interesting. You're weird. So it's confirmed. So good, no problem. So Graham is ready so I think he's got a week and a half left. He's ready to, whenever you are, to go out there and protest over the whole sticker gate is what we're calling it at home.
What are you calling it?
Sticker gate. Sticker gate 2025. So he gave that letter. I sent you the letter, right? That I texted you the letter. This is the problem. Like communicating with you is unbelievable. So I won't name the teachers' names, but dear teachers, my name is Graham Hevlin. I want to respectfully make a complaint about something I feel is unfair. Recently, I got in trouble for selling stickers at school for bluff bucks. I understand now that I should have asked for permission, and I take responsibility for that. But now, someone in my class is selling cookies, and she got permission from both of our teachers. I feel like this is not fair because we are both students, and I think we should all be treated the same. I'm not saying she should get in trouble. I just think if one student is allowed to sell something with permission, other students should have the same chance. I'd like to know how I can get permission to, or at least understand why it is okay for her and not for me. Thank you for listening. Sincerely, Graham Hevlin.
Was she selling cookies for Flower Bluff bucks?
No, for cash, like actual cash.
For cash?
For cash, which to me is worse because if you're talking about hard-earned something, like that's actually earned money, right? Double standard much?
No.
Double standard?
Gosh, I'm torn. I'm a little torn on this.
I'm not torn. Like he has a legitimate complaint. Like, hey, like, come on, man, come on. So anyway,
this is awesome.
It was his idea to do it. Of course, my kids, I very much promote for them to use ChatGPT. So he used ChatGPT, but then he changed a lot of it himself. I was very proud of him. Sent that over. All right. So then he takes this in, right? So I'm like, he's like, do you think I'll get in trouble? I was like, buddy, if they write you up over this, I'll take care of it.
He's talking about protests coming.
Yeah, exactly. Like if they write you up over this, like it'll be on the news. I promise. Like our podcast will go viral because I will do a podcast about nothing but this. So anyway, so he hands it in the next morning and never heard back.
Really?
They haven't said a word to him. I was like, well, ask about it. He's like, well, I'm afraid if I ask, I'll get in trouble. I was like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, you're a week and a half. They can't keep you from graduating the 4th grade.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I'll take care of it. Just ask. So I'm hoping he asked today. We'll see. But
what about my letter?
Yeah.
Hey, teach. Well, remember the letter I handed you?
It was a very well done letter.
Anybody want to respond to that?
Like, no response at all? Like, we're just going to act like I didn't do that? Come on, man. Come on. So anyway, Stickergate 2025 continues. Graham's ready to protest.
It's not that I disagree at all with Graham, but she's selling cookies for straight cash. I don't know. I can see them saying, this is different. She's doing
well. So
she's selling.
So the question is, so then okay, can he sell
our bluff bucks that we regulate?
Well, can he sell stickers for cash? Like that's the question, right? So that's what he's asking. Like, can I get permission to sell my stickers?
Yeah.
It's a very valid question.
Mm-hmm.
Because if so, like, I mean, go clean up in real cash.
Yeah. That'd be better than bucks anyway.
Yeah, way better than bucks, right? Like, let's do it. Let's absolutely do this. So anyway, I thought you might find that amusing. But,
is she making her own cookies?
So that's what I couldn't get out of him. He's like, well, I mean, they're just cookies. I was like, but are they like homemade cookies? He's like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't like, because he's like the injustice of it all.
She's doing it. I got in trouble.
Exactly. That's all he cares about. Because his point is, girls are favored.
The point.
Girls are favored and boys aren't. So like, this is just perpetuating the injustice of 4th grade. I agree. So
love it.
It's
Keep
really
going,
funny.
Graham.
Yeah. So he's decided that he's going to do a lemonade stand this summer. He wants to do it because he wants to make some money. So I was like, okay, like, hey,
with
let's
Annabelle.
I don't know that Annabelle will want to do it, but she'll have the opportunity. He'll have to let her because like I'm not doing two separate ones. Let's be very clear.
Okay.
I don't know where we're gonna set this bad boy up because we're like in a dead end neighborhood, like with 3 streets, so not tons of traffic. But yeah, so we're gonna give that a shot. And then so I was traumatized by my mom and my dad. So my mom actually does listen to this. So mom, this is you. I was forced to sell fruit, so oranges and grapefruits to people to help pay for different trips that our band would go on, that like to Orlando every year and stuff like that. So my parents didn't have to pay for it. It helped pay for it. And my sister did it before me, and then so her customers passed down to me, and it was
the band fundraiser.
Yes,
is what you're saying.
But then you had to deliver these huge boxes of fruit. They're like 40 pounds. Like it was a pain in the butt. My sister ran our van into somebody's like retaining wall one time. It's awesome. I wonder if my parents knew that. Mom, did you know that? Anyway, she ran into it while we were, and I was like, ooh, that sucks. So yeah, so I was traumatized by that, and swore like I'll never force my kids to sell anything. I just won't do it. I'll pay for it. Like whatever amount it is, I will just pay for it. So every time they do these stupid raffles, I hate raffles. Like I hate it. But every time they do stupid raffles,
checkbook out, Dad.
I just hand like, here's how much is it? How much do we have to sell? $100 worth? Here's $100. $200? Here's $200 worth. I don't care. I don't want to talk about this ever again. So don't talk to me about it. Well, like, do you want to fill these? No, I don't care about winning the raffle. Just don't ask for any more money. Like, I'm done. Okay, let's be done with this.
Put your name on it.
And if you would have just told me ahead of time, like it was going to cost this much more for sign up, I would have just paid it then. So you just tell me how much it is. So we did that last night at baseball practice for Graham, and Graham's like, "No, I want to sell the tickets." I was like, "What?" He's like, "I want to sell the tickets." I was like, "Okay." Like, how are you going to sell the tickets? He's like, "Well, I'll sell them to Nana and Papa and my mom and Papa." Okay, cool. He goes, and then I need to get more because I was just gonna walk up and down the street and just knock on doors. I was like, "What?" Like, I was like, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, like we'll see if you actually do that." So we get home. He immediately leaves our house, walks across the street to his grandparents' house where his grandfather's sitting. I'm like, his grandfather's going to buy 1 or 2, cool. And then I'll see if he'll actually go knock on somebody else's door, right? Of course, his grandfather buys all of them. I was like, well, dang it. Good, because then that saves me some money, but okay. And then Graham's like, I need more tickets because I'm going to go knock on doors tomorrow night. So tonight he says he's going to go knock on doors. So
really,
I said, hey, if you want to be a salesperson, like that's a skill that you can make a ton of money, right?
he'll either figure out if he likes it or won't.
Exactly. And he already has his pitch down. He's ready to go. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. So, hey, I'll give him your phone number. He can call you and see if he can sell you some raffle tickets. It's a good idea.
I live way too far away.
Doesn't matter. You can just Venmo me the money. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get it from Jamie. She'll do it. It's not, I'm not worried about it. I can get the money from you. But yeah, no, I was really impressed. I was like, hey, if you want to try to do sales, like, yeah, let's figure out when you're 10 if you like sales or not, right? Might as well.
No, yeah, how about it?
So that leads me to my first, I get what was going to be my first question for you today before the whole, I want to quit the podcast like a baby. When you were 10 years old, because I mean, your personality is very much one of a salesperson. When you were 10 years old, were you the kid that didn't mind to go like knock on the doors, or were you like,
I didn't care. The street that I grew up on, we knew it's a half-mile long street, and we knew everybody on it. It didn't bother me.
So you would just do it, no big deal.
I mean, it's kind of a pain, but
sure.
I wasn't afraid to knock on somebody's door and ask if they wanted to buy a raffle ticket or a candy bar.
Interesting.
We had it wasn't assorted fruit, but we sold grapefruit through the FFA.
Okay. So you know what I'm talking about.
And had to deliver grapefruit.
Yeah, sort through it and make sure there's no rotten fruit in there. And
yeah, I remember doing that.
Oh, we had to do that. It was terrible.
I mean, if you got a bad piece of fruit, it's
we sorted through all of it.
Taking the risk of buying the fruit.
Buying fruit in a box from a kid.
Yeah.
Like, yes, part of the game, folks. Part of the game.
It's a risk, man.
No, we would like get set up at like an abandoned warehouse, and like the entire band would go there and just sort all the fruit and get all the bad stuff out. It would take like 4 or 5 hours. Like it took forever.
We
Interesting.
didn't do that.
South Texas people just lazy. Just here's your bad fruit.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
It's a risk you're willing to take or you're not. I don't know.
That's hysterical. Love it. So that's interesting. So like if it was another street that wasn't your street, but it was all strangers, how would you have felt about that?
I don't know. I mean, I assume I'd have been fine.
Interesting.
It's still just people, and I'm a kid, and they're either going to say yes or no. Most of the time, they say yes. He'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna sell. He's gonna sell a bunch.
He'll sell a bunch. Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing is, especially his pitch. His pitch is perfect. Like he's got it perfected. Like just like that. But yeah, that's interesting because again, for me, even the people I knew, like calling my aunt, like who I loved and thought she was the greatest thing in the world. I'm like, I don't want to call Aunt Jeannie. Like, nope.
And ask.
Nope. I don't want to sell her anything.
It's different if you're calling Aunt Jenny and asking just for money, but if you're selling a potential prize winning raffle ticket, are you kidding?
Yeah, no,
sure thing.
No way. I'll pass. So that's very interesting. But yeah, I mean, because again, Graham is like typically the more shy of my two kids. Like they flip flop every once in a while, but yeah, I was shocked that he's like, no, I want to do this. Like, because like you knew your neighbors. Now nobody knows anybody, right? We know like probably 3 or 4 people that live on the street. But yeah, so it's going to be mostly strangers for him, and we'll see how he does. I hope he does really well. Like 1, because it'll help the Little League, but 2, like it's a good life lesson, right?
Sure.
So I asked him last night, I said, so like, I mean, you're doing this because you want to win the pizza party, right? He goes, well, I mean, the pizza party is nice, but that's just for us, like for our team. Like I want to do this because it's going to help get lights put on the field, and that's for everybody. Like now and in the future. I was like, is he the most intelligent, like emotionally intelligent kid that's ever walked the face of the planet? Because
maybe
me as a 10-year-old, even like, yeah, I only care about me. Like, I want pizza.
Gosh,
I think I was like, that's deep thoughts by Graham. Like, we need to start a segment of the podcast, Deep Thoughts by Graham. Have him come on.
By Graham.
Because he's about to be home for summer.
When is that? When does school end?
A week and a half, and like next Friday, it's over, and that's a problem.
I keep waiting for the traffic around here to die off a little bit, but meaning school's over. It's not.
Yeah.
It hasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. For us, traffic just picks up, right? Because we're at the beach, so
I bet.
Nuts. Gets absolutely nuts. So I'm not looking forward to that, but it's part of living on an island. You got to take the good with the bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so what else you got? I mean, I was planning on coming here talking about sales stuff, and I didn't know I was going to get the opportunity to harass you about wanting to quit the podcast, but I'm going to keep bringing that up, by the way, in case you're wondering. That's not going away.
I quit for an hour. You're fine.
I quit.
You're fine.
And I didn't even know that you had quit.
I know.
Kate just straight up rolled you into the bus, man. That was rude. That was rude. Anyway, what else is going on in your world?
I spent not the week. I spent several days though, learning more about what we were talking about the Pope last week.
Oh, okay.
Did you answer any of the questions?
I absolutely did not.
Answer?
Nope.
I knew it. Well, Jamie did. Jamie answered the question. So you said we were talking about what is it? Who gets to be the Pope? Can you nominate yourself? The answer is yes, you can. You can nominate yourself. It doesn't look real good, but
it doesn't look good on paper.
But any baptized, unmarried Catholic can be a pope. Male
or female?
Male.
Okay.
No.
So I would have to be Catholic, though. So that's a problem.
Yeah, you got to be Catholic.
So I guess I couldn't have been pope. How quickly can you become Catholic? Like, just in case next time.
I don't know.
Like, I mean,
I don't know that.
Can you rush? Is there like confirmation? Like, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you have to, because I remember the kids in school all had to
Oh yeah.
all
Like,
had to get confirmed.
yeah. So like, I need to like put some effort into that and plan that out if I
Yeah.
want to try to do that.
Mhm.
So do I send an email or how's that work?
I don't know.
You didn't go that far into
email,
it.
email your local priest, maybe.
Email
No.
pope@thechurch.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Huh. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
there's the answer to that. Who knew?
And then what if, they picked an American pope that didn't think was going to happen.
Sure.
This guy came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He
He was the dark horse.
Yeah. The news was interviewing his little brother the other day. I thought that was just funny.
He's been all over the news.
My
man.
brother's
Everywhere.
now the Pope.
Yep. So apparently he ignored his brother's calls for like 2 hours because he was just talking to media. And then he called him back while he was on the air with somebody, and he called the Pope back, and the Pope, the very first thing out of his mouth is, "Why aren't you answering your phone when I call you?" I was like, that is awesome. And he goes, "Well, I'm on the news right now, and so are you." I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
Gosh.
well, that's funny. I mean, his brother, he's all over social media.
I wonder if that changes their relationship. Well, I can't tell you that story. You're the Pope now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was pretty funny. It was really good.
I did too.
So one thing I had questioned, have you seen this like 100 Brits versus 100 Americans thing that's going on social media right now?
Adding to the
100 versus
men
1
versus a gorilla. 100 Brits versus 100 us.
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't seen that.
So I've only seen okay, like, tell me your thoughts. Let's go with your thoughts first.
I mean, we mopped the floor with them.
Like, it's not even
wouldn't even be close.
it's not even close.
No.
I've seen men and women talking about this. I've seen Brits and Americans talking about this. I've only seen one British person that said that it would be close. They would stand a chance. Everyone's like, no, and everybody keeps referring to the Waffle House. They're like, the staff at the Waffle House, like pick any Waffle House in America. The staff. We don't need 100. We're just going to take the staff. This one guy goes, any Waffle House staff in Atlanta or like Detroit, I'm taking them against 100 Brits every day. I mean, these things, I'll have to send you some of them. Some of them are hysterical.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
This one woman put together like a dream team. She's like, I'm going to take 2 Appalachian men, like the real Appalachians, you're questionable about the bloodlines. Going to take 2 ex-felons from Florida, like just hysterical. Like,
I haven't seen that. That's funny.
Yeah, I'll have to send you some. But yeah, like anybody who watches this, and again, we're not trying to offend the British, but we won once. It was pretty convincing.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we're not like Britain West, like England West. But yeah, I don't think it would even be close.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, like, I mean, one guy goes like, so what? Like the guys that are drinking tea and crumpets, they're going to take on the guys in the backyard eating brisket and drinking beer. He's like, I don't think so. Like it's not a thing. Not a thing at all. So it's really, really funny. So I'll have to, again, I don't know why people do this, and I don't know why I've been sucked into the last 2, but the gorilla thing's still going on. Like, have you seen any more of those?
A little bit.
So I think it's Channing Crowder, I think is his name, like ex Miami Dolphins linebacker. He has a podcast, and they were talking about it on their podcast, and he was like, "There's no way." He goes, "There's no way that a gorilla can beat me and 99 of my favorite friends." He goes, "To be clear, same thing I said. Somebody's gonna die." He goes, "Like there are gonna be multiple deaths, but we're taking that gorilla out." And I agree. I mean, there's just no way the gorilla survives that.
I still think it's unanswerable.
No.
Well, I mean, what if the gorilla can the gorilla just run? The gorilla just outruns.
I mean, if it wants to be a whim, if it wants to be a whim, I guess.
As we catch it one by one, it would just take us out.
Yeah, but at some point it gets tired, right? You're going to kill 100 people? Come on,
if he's got to keep killing people to keep from getting killed.
Nah, man. Nah, gorilla's dead. Dead.
It's unanswerable.
No, I'm standing firm on this one. Gorilla's dead. The British are dead. Everybody's dead.
The British are dead, no doubt. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, let's change it. One gorilla versus 100 Brits.
Oh, 100%. The gorilla wins. The Brits are like, first of all, the Brits would have like the worst attack in the world. Like they'd stand back and watch, and like some dude would go in with some tea and crumpets and try to like negotiate with the like with the gorilla, like, hey, take this, and then like the gorilla takes his head and bounces it off the floor. Like, yeah, no. Like when I'm talking about it, it's 100 Americans, not 100, not 100 men.
I never even considered any other way. Yes,
yeah, like that never even like registered in my brain. But yes, no, 100%. The gorilla wins against the 100 British. Like that's not even a question, right? Like, so going back to the 100 versus 100. Like, to be clear, there's no weapons involved. This is just hand-to-hand combat, right? Because they don't have weapons. I mean, I guess they had to like pick up a stick off the ground, but like they don't have a gun, right? Because at that point, like it would be 1 versus 100. The American wins if we have guns, because they don't. So true. Yeah. No, I'm fully convinced. The gorilla wins against the British. He loses against Americans. So I'm not wrong. Sorry. I could agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong. That would be really awkward because I don't like being wrong. So anyway, what else? What else you got going on?
Jamie wanted me to tell this story when we went to. You ever been to a Sephora? You know what a Sephora is?
Yeah, I have a daughter. I have a wife.
Been in one?
Yes, it's ridiculous.
Why?
Why?
Yeah,
because the number of options of ways to waste the same money. It's amazing to me. And like, so it's just amazing.
Jamie, and when we were in College Station, Jamie and Beth and I went. We were tooling around this cool little area, and there was a Sephora, and I got drug into the Sephora.
First time?
Yes.
Okay.
And last for that matter.
Okay. Fair.
I didn't know where to look.
Nope.
There was all these 20-year-old chicks with basically nothing on.
That's because you were in College Station. Like,
I know. Yes.
Like the one at the mall here is just a bunch of middle-aged women walking around and kids. But yeah, that's awkward.
I left. I just walked out. There was no way. There was no way that I was going to be. That
Not
I
doing
was
that.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
The short time that I was in there was another guy with I guess his girlfriend. They were a little closer to my age, I guess. They were looking at. You're right. The billions of options of whatever the heck they were looking at.
It's nuts.
This dude sneezed, and she reaches and just smacks him in the chest and says, "You can't do that in here." I was like, "I'm out."
You can't sneeze?
I can't look anywhere. If you sneeze in here, you get belted. I'm out. I'm leaving.
Like, what does that even mean? Like, you can't sneeze. That doesn't even make sense.
I feel like that guy probably has more problems than
he's got some problems at home.
Sneezing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. I hear you. No. I've been in Sephora several times. Every time I'm uncomfortable, but I'm not uncomfortable because I don't know where to look. I'm uncomfortable because I'm like, how much am I going to spend? Like, how much are we spending on this? Like, and now that my daughter, like,
I don't know.
And now that my daughter's into it as well, I'm like, well, that didn't get cheaper. Like, it doesn't get less because she wants what she wants. My wife wants what she wants. And I'm fairly confident that there's an unlimited amount of money that could be spent in there because there's an unlimited number of products. There's no end to everything. Well, I mean, there's no end to it.
Yeah.
Like, how can they possibly ever come out with something new? But like, so do you know who Selena Gomez is? Like, apparently she's a singer. I was unaware. I thought she was an actress.
She's a singer and an actress. So I think she's. I like her. I like girl rock. No, that didn't sound right. I like girl rockers. Avril Lavigne.
Girl rock. Interesting.
Pink.
Okay.
So
is Selena Gomez?
We would not be friends, but that I love that kind of music.
Why couldn't you be friends with them?
Because I'm sure they're crazy.
But you don't know that. Why are you judging them?
No, I don't.
Why are you so judgy? Are you always this judgy?
We would not be friends. I can promise you that.
Well,
they're judgy.
You don't know that. What has Pink done to you to judge you?
I just think we would not really get along.
So you're making some
we would probably argue about things.
Like you're stereotyping them and judging them before you ever meet them.
I am. You bet.
Wow.
And I hope I would be wrong.
Wow.
There'd be nothing cooler than to get along with Pink.
You bigot.
But I don't think we would.
I tell you. Anyway, I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I didn't know who Selena Gomez was though until does she do rock? Like I didn't know that.
Not rock.
I literally I probably know some of her songs. I just don't know it's her. I don't know. I know her from Murder in the Building. Have you seen that show?
We watched.
Dude, that's
we
a great
watched
show.
a little bit of it. I didn't love it.
It was a fantastic show. Anyway, that's what I know her from. Okay. I did not realize this girl is a billionaire.
Yeah.
She's worth 1.3 billion. You know where the most of her value comes from?
I think she's got a makeup line or something.
$800 million worth.
Really?
The value of her, like her wealth from that is $800,000. Like, and there's a lot of other, like I think Kim Kardashian maybe, or one of the Kardashians, like the younger ones, has a makeup line. Like the amount of money that is spent on makeup that is not Sephora, right? To make somebody worth $800 million. Good gosh.
Where does Selena Gomez sell her makeup? At Sephora?
I don't know. I mean, I assumed it was online. Let's look at where is Selena Gomez.
The Kardashian was like the first. She's what made them billionaires, was her makeup line.
Really?
Well, I don't even know why I know this.
Oh, here you go. Selena Gomez. Rare beauty makeup is primarily sold at Sephora stores and online. Additionally, some products are also available on Kohl's and Space NK. Not sure what that is. But it has its own website, which is rarebeauty.com. So, Selena, if you want to sponsor this podcast, you're welcome to do that with rarebeauty.com.
Got plenty of money.
I don't care. I mean, I know that we have at least 2 women that listen to this podcast. Right. Apparently 3, because your friend that we're going to talk to next week also. So, I mean, there's 3 women. So, I mean, maybe I doubt any of them buy rarebeauty.com products, but
I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe. What does Jamie wear?
This is a very interesting, this makes us very well-rounded in our podcasting ability.
I mean, the podcasting ability is very well-rounded, but I mean, I don't know why you have to judge all the rocker chicks. Like, that's very weird.
Okay, so I take it all back. I'm sure I would be great friends with.
And now he's just lying, folks. Tell you what. It's awkward.
I take it all back.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no.
I mean, would they rather me love their music or love them? What do you think?
I think they probably would rather you love them. Like, or at least Selena Gomez. So
I don't.
The only thing I know about Selena Gomez is she got made fun of because she cried because somebody got deported, and they were like, "Wait,
yes, what?" Yes, that's where I kind of thought, well, there's another one I probably wouldn't be friends with.
Probably not.
Like your music,
yeah. Sure. I didn't know she had music, but I'll have to go look that up. Probably won't though. I'll ask my daughter. She will know. Speaking of women that people tend to make fun of online, I don't know if you know this or not, but as of last Friday, I, along with my good pal and celebrity friend, Katy Perry, am an astronaut. I'm an astronaut.
What'd you do?
I went to so in Houston, you know, they got like the space like museum thingamabob.
Yeah.
Like, right. I didn't
know.
You don't know about that? You grew up in South Texas. How do you not know about that?
Yeah, no, I didn't get a lot of NASA culture growing up.
Okay. Well, there's like a NASA museum just south of right on the water. I went to that with my friend Q, who's in from India. We went to that, and I feel like if Katy Perry can say that she's an astronaut because she floated in a space capsule thingy that wasn't even pressurized because they opened it from the inside. If she can say that, then I can also say that I'm an astronaut. So, like Katy Perry, I am an astronaut.
What'd you do? What did they have that you just went to the museum?
Yes.
That makes you an astronaut?
I walked around. My ankle hurt a little bit. I still walked. I got on a tram and drove in like went and saw like the Saturn space shuttle thing that was like a mile long, only to hold like 3 people. How does that not make me an astronaut? I'm confused by your confusion.
I mean, at least she was rocketed up into
I've been in a plane
weightlessness.
before. I've been weightless in a plane before, like with like turbulence, and like, oh God, that didn't feel good. I've done that before.
Okay, fine. You're an astronaut.
Thank you. Thank you. So like if we're going straight off weightless though, like because they do those plane, like some people do those plane rides like where you go up and they dive down so like you can experience weightless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean technically I could go do that and be a double astronaut.
Have you ever done the indoor skydiving?
I have not.
It's fun.
Annabelle wants to do it really, really bad.
Go do it.
It costs a fortune.
Oh, I don't remember it being expensive.
Was like, because we actually looked at doing it because again, we're up in San Antonio all the time for her soccer.
That's where we did it.
Yeah. And we looked at doing it, but we were like, for all of us to do it is like $500. I was like, I don't know about that. It was expensive.
I don't remember it being,
well,
I don't remember
my goal is to be rich like you one day. So
yeah,
hopefully it wouldn't bother me at that point. But no, like, yeah, Annabelle wants to do it. We'll definitely do it at some point. So does that technically make you an astronaut?
A skydiver?
No. Oh,
it doesn't make me an astronaut.
But you're a skydiver.
Make me a skydiver.
Okay.
If walking around a museum makes you an astronaut, then me doing an indoor skydiving certainly makes me.
I'm not here to judge.
Skydiver.
Listen, and we do not judge. You can identify as whatever you want. I identify as an astronaut. Oh, that's funny. Speaking of San Antonio in soccer, unfortunately, my daughter's team she made the soccer team again this year. Unfortunately, okay. They got promoted to a higher level of soccer with like harder competition. So now we don't get to go to San Antonio for all of our games. We get to go there for a couple of our games, and other than that, we have to go to Austin and Houston now. That sucks.
Well, your drive got
a lot longer. Like when you also more hotel stays because like early games, I can't get to Austin for a 9:00 game. Like not realistically, and have enough sleep. So that's unfortunate.
When you go to Austin, do you use the toll road?
Oh yeah, you have to, right?
Right, I agree.
Because if you don't, you're an idiot. Like I didn't one time because it was 10:00 on like a Sunday. I was like, well, there's not gonna be traffic. It's 10:00.
It'll be
Sunday.
Fine. Nope. That's 35.
Yep. Nope. It's just a parking lot. It doesn't matter what time of day. It doesn't matter what day of the week.
Yep.
Because we were going up to Waco or something. That was really dumb. Really dumb. Yeah, you have to use the toll road. Yeah. No. So yeah, that sucks. Sure, I'm proud of her that she made it on the team, but no way.
How long is this season?
It's an entire year. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, so there's a fall season and a spring season. But you know, they take a little bit of time off in the summer. They take a little bit of time off in the winter. But I mean, yeah, it's like probably 12, 14 games, and none of them will be in Corpus ever again. Because like we would have one game in the spring, one game in the fall, that was physically here in Corpus Christi.
Yeah,
never again.
Huh.
Sucks to be me. Well, first world problems. First world problems.
Unless you just love going to Houston or Austin.
I don't.
I don't either.
As it turns out, I don't. I do not. So yeah, like I don't mind San Antonio. It's not it's actually a pretty easy drive. I don't mind it. Some of the traffic sometimes on Saturdays is a little bit wonky, but yeah, just not a huge fan of San Antonio or of Houston or Austin. So not looking forward to it. Did you actually watch yourself last week with your the blooper that we didn't actually take out?
Yes.
Was it, because again, I don't watch this because it's too awkward for me. Was it as funny as what it was live?
It was funny. Okay. It was funny.
It's good.
It must have got a little edited because the pause wasn't as long as it was in real life.
So if you watched it, like it was a really long pause. Like it was just
yeah,
it was great. Well, good. I'm glad it was in there because that was really, really funny. Golly. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I guess that's it for this week, folks. Again, for the 5 or 6 of you that listen, thanks for listening. Hope this was enjoyable.
I don't even think my mom is. My mom's not listening.
Why is your mom not?
Yeah, I know.
Come
Well,
on.
I don't know. I think she forgets.
Mrs. Blair.
Dad listens.
You have an office right next to her. You can't just send her a text or an email.
She's the one that, if you see me go like this, she has walked in because she doesn't know why my door is closed.
Because your door's never closed, right? Yeah. That's hysterical. Well, come on.
It's happened, I don't know, 2 or 3 times.
We didn't get mom listening. Come on now.
I know.
Awesome.
She has listened. I think she just doesn't.
Or maybe she thinks it's
she's
annoying.
got other things happening.
She has better things to do.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame her. Like, I also don't listen, so I don't blame her. But again, for those of you who do, thank you. Jeff at Right Hall Drilling. Thanks for being a sponsor.
He's driving to Georgia right now for the last series.
Yep. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about baseball.
We didn't really hit baseball
I don't want to
this
talk about
week,
baseball.
did we? Okay. I don't either.
It's terrible.
I don't,
Kentucky still sucks. Sorry.
Man, none of my team's doing good this weekend.
Yeah, it's been rough. I don't like Tennessee's just lost it somehow. I don't know.
Did the suspended pitcher pitch?
He got the pitch. Yeah, I think you were right.
He did?
Like he had to miss. Like
they just changed the rotation.
Yeah, he got the pitch.
Good.
But we won. I mean, won our game yesterday. I saw against nobody, right? Which you should win those. But hey, shout out to, like, he will not listen to this podcast. I know that for a fact. But Scott, the TAMU baseball team made it into the postseason. So they're in the SLC tournament. So they had to win 2 or 3 games this weekend. They won all 3 and went from being like on the edge to being in 7th place out of 8. So, or out of the 8 teams in the tournament. So kudos to them.
That's cool.
Yeah. So Scott Malone, if you happen to accidentally listen to this podcast, congratulations, sir. So, all right. Well, that's it, man. That's the podcast for the week. Have a good week, and we'll see you guys again next week.
See ya.